If you own a property and have a second mortgage on it, and if you want to keep this property and get rid of the second loan, attorney Shah Peerally can help. Call 510-742-5887. Due to the uncertain economy, many people have settled their debts for a fraction of its value. It's recommended to use an experienced lawyer to deal with it. Shah Peerally is an experienced debt settlement attorney and has handled hundreds of such cases successfully. There are no upfront fees for debt settlement. Only when you win, you pay. Call Shah Peerally, attorney at law, at 510-742-5887 or visit yourdebtsettlementattorney.com for a free assessment. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship is established by this ad. The law does not guarantee success. Call 510-742-5887.
And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shah Peerally Law Show, where all your views matter.
Hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum, sastikal, namaskar to all the listeners. This is attorney Shah Peerally for a live show today. We are July 20th, 2017, and we are live, and we will be opening the line, of course, in a few minutes. The number to the studio today is 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. And I wanted to say thank you again for Franco to be punctual and making things go smoothly for us. And also, anything I'm going to tell you today, of course, is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. And today I'm going to start with some news and also try to analyze your questions and try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. So bear with me, and again, this is Attorney Shah Peerally from the Shah Peerally Law Group, and if you have any questions or you want a private consultation, feel free to reach out to us at 510-742-5887. You can also check our website at attorneyonair.com, and also today we are going to be talking a little bit about some news, good and bad. Let's see how things complete itself. Well, today, first of all, there is USCIS started returning all the packages that were not accepted under H1B cap 2018. So for those who were waiting on that, and a lot of people were calling me, and we know there was a lawsuit, so all those packages were blocked, but now it's getting released. So you should be starting rejection letters for all your cases which has not been accepted. So watch for that. Now, in another news, on an article which was written on Politico.com, an analysis of this new bill that is being worked by the Trump administration. The news is they are trying to cut not only what they were calling illegal immigration, but they also want to cut on legal immigration. That means basically they want to cut it in half. Right now, the situation is that we get at least 1 million legal immigration per year in this country, and they are trying to cut it to 500,000. And this is something that has always been in the mind of the administration, but let's see how this is going to work out. It's called the RAISE Act. Let's see how is it going to raise the country. I don't know, because many of the immigrants, like we know, all the studies show that they create more jobs. Many of them create more jobs than they take. So let's see how these things will work out, and hopefully we will not see any of those rules coming up soon. But their plan is to do that by 2027. So we're talking in the next 10 years, things are going to get tough. Also, just to let you know, we are here today. We're talking about immigration, and a lot of people right now we passed the panic mode now. People are trying to settle in all the issues going on, but at the same time, we are seeing the White House getting entangled in other issues. And unfortunately, or hopefully, with all those issues, that will kind of reduce their focus on immigration. You will expect that, but I don't know if it is happening or not. But let us hope for the best. But still, the law is there, and many of the laws are still on our side, although we are seeing more and more erosion of the rights of many immigrants, even citizens who are of immigrant descent. So, if you have any problems on immigration, whether we can help you or not, please give us a call, 510-742-5887. And the lines are open now, Franco, 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. Feel free to call, and we will be glad to answer as much as we can. And of course, many of the calls are usually short, and I will advise you not to give your name because you want to stay anonymous while you're calling so that it doesn't violate any kind of confidentiality. So, but feel free to call if you have any questions. And I will recommend that you also make sure that you're checking any kind of move you're doing to, especially in this time of vacation when the kids are on vacation. You might want to travel. If you're an H1B, I recommend you have all your documents ready. Let me take one caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You are live on air.
Hi, Shah Peerally. Thank you for taking my call. Actually, my I-485 is pending more than 180 days, and I applied for EAD. So I got an opportunity which is like different than my current job responsibilities. So, and will there be any impact if I invoke a C21 with EAD?
Okay, there's no impact if you have two things, and I'll tell you what you need to do. Number one, 180 days has passed. Number two, you move to a same or similar position. What needs to be done is an AC21 Supplement J that has to be filed for you, and a letter of AC21 attached, and this has to be submitted. You can do that your own. Of course, you have to get the signature of the new company. But if you meet the two requirements, 180 days, and you're moving to a same or similar position, then you should be fine. There's no impact because they cannot cancel your I-140, plus you have the ability to move that entire case to the other company. But make sure that you're doing it properly, then you will be fine. Okay?
So same position means like that's what like there are the roles a little bit difference is fine. Is it fine? Do you think or like?
Yeah, a little bit different is okay, but there is a way to calculate that, and it takes some time. You have to match the code, etc. So that's why I will recommend that you have an attorney review it. If you want, you can give me a call at the office. We can kind of review it for you. Of course, there's a fee, but at least you make sure that you're not moving to a job where you lose a green card. They don't apply AC21 to you. But little difference is not a big problem. There's no percentage, but there's a way to match that with the code. The job description is the most important part of it. So, for example, if you're going to change it by more than 50, well, I don't want to give the percentage because that confuses people, but you have to match it. Put the job description on the new job base and match it with your labor certification, and make sure you're meeting most of them. If you do, you should be okay. And also make sure also that the job code is matching, then you will be okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I think
okay.
I may contact you maybe in the
sure. Yeah, make sure you do that, or your company lawyer can do that too. Give me a call, 510-742-5887. Good luck. So I don't know if I have more callers, Franco. For those who just joined the show, this is Attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show. We are talking, of course, about immigration law, and today is July 20th, 2017, and we are live on air, and we're taking calls, and the number to the studio today is 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. A lot of people have been calling me and asking me to do some predictions on the visa bulletin. I'm kind of reserving my predictions. I'm not doing them lately. I want to see how the trend is going first with the new administration. Then I will resume that probably in a couple of months. But what I'm expecting, hopefully, we will have maybe not a great surprise, but a good surprise probably coming up for October 1st, because this is a new fiscal year, so we are going to expect a little movement on EB2. As for EB1 also, we are expecting it to become back current, but we are not sure on that. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You are live in here.
This is Subhan,
Hello.
and I really appreciate. Hello. Hi, Shah. This is Subhan,
Yes.
and your community serve and show that you're doing. It's really helpful for everyone.
Thank you so much, Subhan. It's really a pleasure to do that, to help the people, and then also to hear it from people who acknowledge that. Thank you so much.
Yep. And I had a query regarding an advice, whatever you feel should be the right approach.
Sure.
From what I know, we can apply for the H1, H4, and H4 EAD all together. So the current situation is my H1 is expiring in 6 months, and I recently got the I-140 approved. So I was contemplating on whether I should, immediately apply for the H4 EAD or wait for the H1 to be applied first, and the H4 also will be extended along with that, and then I apply for the EAD, or should I all apply together?
Okay, that's a very good question. I recommend doing all together, because what happens if you do it all together? It was very helpful, especially during the time when we had premium, but it's still helpful because let's say premium comes back. By the way, we are expecting premium. That's another announcement. I'm expecting premium to come back in the next couple of months, probably by September. So then when you upgrade it, everything will be processed together. So you don't want to lose the time for the H4 and you don't want to lose the time for the EAD, so just file everything together. Just to let you know, the H4 is not going to get approved until the H1 is approved, and the EAD won't get approved until the H4 gets approved. So it will be the H1 gets approved, then the H4 will get approved, then the EAD. But yeah, I recommend filing all together, and if you need help, we'll be glad to do that for you.
Okay, and the related query I had was I had asked my employer to apply for the H4 EAD. So he was mentioning that he might not be able to apply. So in that case, should I send the documents from my side to him when he is going to send the H1 extension documents so that he can send all of them together?
Yeah, you can do that. Or you can take it's better. Prepare the EAD and send it to him and to your employer, him or her.
Okay.
Let them know that you want to apply this, because what will happen if you put the H4 pending and you don't put the EAD, there's a confusion that will happen because the system is not designed for that. Even though I've done it, I don't recommend it. So yeah, make sure that you also, and if like I said, if you need help, we can help you. Now, if he's not willing to do that, then what you should do, as soon as you get the receipt for the H4, apply for the EAD. Okay?
Okay, got it. Yep. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you for taking my call.
Good luck to you. You're welcome. Thank you for your kind words. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Attorney Shah Peerally again. We are live on air, and we are talking about immigration law, and we are taking calls live. The number to the studio is 408-912-5565. And as I was mentioning earlier in the beginning of the show, now we have confirmation that the USCIS is sending back the packages that were not selected, the unselected fiscal year 2018 H1B cap subject petitions are being sent back, and we have actually received few of them in our office. So if you were not selected and you want to make sure, it's a good idea to check with the employer if you can get a copy of it, or at least they can show you, and you will be sure that you have not been selected. But just to let you know, sometimes USCIS make mistakes and they forget to send it. So that doesn't mean that you just go ahead and think that it was not submitted or something. So unfortunately, the system is not perfect, so there are always issues that come up. But be ready for that. And the second thing we were mentioning is that this bill, the RAISE Act, which is kind of getting people a little bit worried because they are trying to curb down on legal immigration, which is pretty much the backbone of the Silicon Valley, in fact. and now we will have to wait and see how this is going to unfold. Hopefully, there will be some resistance to that, and things will not go that bad. But if it goes through, it will be a headache. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Yeah, hey, I got my green card in 2013 September.
Yes.
So when I'm eligible to file the citizenship?
Okay. The question is, how did you get your green card? Through employment, marriage? How did you get it?
Employment.
Employment. So you count on your green card 4 years and 9 months from the date of the issuance, and from that date you will be eligible to file. So if you get it in 2013, if we count 4 years and 9 months, it will probably be around 2018. So double check on that, and as long as you have 4 years and 9 months, don't file before that, it will be rejected. Make sure you count the days exact, 4 years and 9 months. So what I tell people is to wait a little bit, like 1 week or 2 weeks later, then file it, to be on the safe side. Okay?
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck to you. So just to a footnote here, for those who obtain their citizenship through marriage to a U.S. citizen or through VAWA, they are eligible to file for their citizenship earlier, within 2 years and 9 months, if their spouse was a U.S. citizen. So that changes the rule, so you can always take advantage of that. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Shivani. I have a question. I have my I-140 approved with Company A, and right now I'm working for Company B for the past 5 years. I was working for Company A before that, and then I moved out to better, to get good opportunities and everything. So what happens if Company A gets closed? What will be my situation?
Well, that's $1 million question, because they have not really addressed that. Usually, even if the company gets closed, if the I-140 is still alive, you might still be able to use it. But maybe they will catch up on that, and they will start giving a hard time to people who don't have the I-140. But technically, the only time you cannot use that I-140, well, in terms of doing extension or H4EAD, is when there is fraud, or the company has been able to revoke it before the new law. But as far as I know, when the company closes down, if it was a genuine I-140, you might still be able to use it. But again, like I said, there might be some changes that come up soon. But I will recommend that as soon as possible, to be on the safe side, have the new company file for your I-140 and labor certification, because the way things are unfolding, they might catch up on that.
So the new company file I-140 means they need to start the whole green card, right? The labor certification and then the I-140.
Yes, exactly. Because there's no way to bypass that unless, But it's good to do that, because you don't want, but you can take the priority date. The priority date will stay with you even the company closes down. So they have not really put anything on the matter, and plus the fact that this new law, I-140 cannot be revoked unless there's fraud or misrepresentation. I think you are still in good shape to use that I-140, but I will not recommend you rely on it for too long, because these kind of things might change in the near future. So make sure you get something else happening, starting a new labor for you and a new I-140 as soon as possible. Okay?
Sure. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi. Good morning, Shah Peerally.
Hi.
Thanks a lot for bringing this informative information on the air. I got a quick question for you. My son is U.S. citizen, and he's dating an Indian girl, and she's working here in the Bay Area, and her company has filed for green card. Somehow it is getting delayed. Since my son is U.S. citizen, if he gets married to that girl, will she able to get the green card faster?
Yeah, of course. Definitely, because it will go faster to marriage than to employment. As long as the marriage is genuine and it's entered in good faith, since your son is a U.S. citizen, he should be able to file for his wife, and probably she's on H1B visa, which is no problem. It's a dual intent visa, and if it is filed within 6 months to 1 year, she should be able to get her green card, and she also will be able to get a work permit within 6 to 8 weeks after filing. So yeah, actually, there's no problem in doing that. In fact, that's the way to do it. And hopefully, it's as long as the marriage is bona fide under a case called Bog versus INS, where the intention of the marriage when they entered was to make a life together. Even there's a green card involved, there's no problem. Then you're fine. She should be able to get his future wife a green card faster than through employment.
So because
and if you need help, we can help.
Her company has already filed a green card for her, so there won't be any problem if my son gets married
not at all.
here in US and files for a green card on her behalf, correct?
Not at all, because this is a totally independent application, and I actually recommend doing that. Keep the other one and do this one. And then ultimately, like I said, as long as the marriage is bona fide, that means genuine, and it's at the outset it's entered to live a life together, then good luck to both, and she will get her green card faster. And then if you need help, of course, we can help you file it. Just give me a call at the office, and we'll be glad to handle it for you. Okay?
I really appreciate Shah Peerally, and I will definitely contact your office. Thank you a lot.
Thank you so much. Good luck to you, and thank you for your kind words. And the number to our office, 510-742-5887. The website to check, attorneyonair.com. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air. Hello? Okay, so I think I lost the call. I'm so sorry. You know what happens, like a lot of people call at the same time and they hear the line clog. So please feel free to call again. 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. The way it works is that every time I announce the number, people will call at the same time and they will hear the sound that is busy. But just don't give up, keep calling, and we'll be glad to take your call. So, Franco, if I don't have any other callers, I wanted to touch on some other topics, of course, because a lot of people think because I do a lot of questions based on employment base, we don't handle family immigration or abuse cases like VAWA or U visas. We do all this. So feel free if you need help to reach out to us at 510-742-5887. I think we got our caller back. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here. Hello? 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 I think I lost the caller again, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in air. Hello? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I apologize for that. This is, we have technology, but we're still using the phone, which, of course, has its good and bad, and I still like the old ways of the phones, but at the same time, the lines sometimes get clogged, so I apologize for that. Please feel free to call 408-912-5565. So, as I was mentioning earlier, our office doesn't limit itself to only H1Bs. We also do visas like L1. We also do EB1. We are doing a lot of EB1, and I'm very proud to say that we are having a lot of good results, and I wanted to congratulate the team for that. We got a bunch of EB1A, B, and EB1C, of course, approved. So feel free to reach out if you need help on EB1. The good thing with EB1, for example, EB1A, you don't need an employer to file for it. So this is something you should take advantage of if you have it. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You are live on air. Hello?
Hey,
hello?
Shah.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, good. Thanks for taking my call. I just have a quick question. We went for citizenship fingerprinting in March, and we haven't got any information from them yet. So just want to ask, in general, how many days or months would it take for us to get an interview, or is it too early?
Yeah, it's kind of early, but tell me, where are you located? Which region? Are you going to be in San Francisco, San Jose?
Fremont. I'm in Fremont.
So you're going to fall into San Francisco. San Francisco is taking around 8 months to 9 months. So from the date of the filing, so you probably file around February or January, right?
I went for fingerprinting in March 14th.
Yeah, no, when did you file the case?
by end of February.
Okay, so count 9 months from there, 8 months to 9 months. So you should get an answer. You should get an interview around October or November. Okay, that's the timing they are going through right now because of background check.
Do they give some time for preparation for the interview, the date and the actual interview?
Yeah, there's no need to big preparation. You just need to speak English, able to write it, and also learn all those questions. They will give you the fingerprint. Did they give you a CD? You have it online too, and I have it even on my YouTube channel.
A booklet.
Yeah. Well, take that or take the CD, the tape, or go online. You can download it, and I have it also. I think on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Shah Peerally Law. I have the questions there, except I wrote it. It was when Obama was president, so you just have to shift it now for Trump. But the rest is pretty much the same. So you go ahead and learn that. That's the only thing that. If you don't have any criminal background or issues, then you shouldn't have any problem. You should go smoothly. Okay?
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. I think we have a bunch of callers now. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah. I have a question very similar to the person who just asked about getting married to somebody on H1B. My fiance is actually currently working in Chicago, and he's on H1, but I'm a U.S. citizen, and we're planning to get married. So the only question is, but we still have to be in our states and continue working. So I don't know how we could do that, like even after filing the change of status.
Well, this is an excellent question. Okay, first of all, the law doesn't require you to live together. Okay, I repeat that, to live together in the same house, as long as the marriage is bona fide. Having said that, it is one factor they're going to look at when they process your case. So if you're living here in California and he's living in Chicago, they will question you heavily why you're not living together. So that one might be an issue. You will have to deal with it at the interview level. But I will recommend if one of you can move to the other state, as soon as you get the work permit, at least for him, he can move maybe to California. I would recommend doing that because at the interview level, if you're not living together, they look at the case with suspicion because they think that the marriage was a marriage of convenience, even though it was not. But there are case law which says you don't have to be living together. Although that, they can still consider it as a factor to deny you. So it is possible. I've gotten approvals on a case where one was living in Washington and the other one was living in California. But it took me a while to get the approval because they keep coming back with a lot of questions. So I recommend that you are together in one place so that it makes things smooth for you before you file.
But can I go to Chicago and file it from Chicago? Because I have been a resident of California, but he cannot move. I can still move, but one of us still have to hold on to a job, right? So.
No problem. Yeah, you can go to Chicago and file it from there. That's not a problem. You're free. You're a U.S. citizen. You can leave whatever you want.
You don't have to be a resident of Chicago for a while?
No. You don't have to. If you move there, you move there. This is only applies usually when you are dealing with citizenship. That's a different issue. Even that is not a big problem. So, no, you can move there. And actually, they expect that, right? If you're married to someone out of state, you expect one of the couple will be moving to the other state. So there's no problem. You can file it from there. And we can even help you from here to file it there.
He does travel, though. He does visit me. We have, like, proofs and everything, air tickets. Would that not help?
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
It will help. Like I say, yeah, it will help. It's a factor. But I would recommend doing it the other way. Give me a call before you do anything because we can discuss the details on air. We can do a consultation and I can guide you in a better way so that you don't make any mistake and complicate the case. Or if you need help also, we can help. So give me a call at 510-742-5887. Just let them know for a consultation and I'll be glad to guide you what to do next. Okay? Okay. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Yeah. Hi, Shah. I have a couple of questions regarding U.S. citizenship.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you have a bad background noise. Go ahead.
Okay, so my
Hello?
first question is, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just speak a little bit loud.
Okay, so my first question is, can we apply for U.S. citizenship after 4 years and 9 months of green card?
Yes, you can.
Okay, the second question I have is, I traveled a couple of times outside the United States for personal reasons. So should I count those days, or we can omit from that 4 years and 9 month period?
No, you don't. Your 4 years and 9 months is continuous. Even you travel for vacation or few months, that doesn't affect it. When it will affect it, if you travel in one shot, it's more than 6 months, then there's a breaking of what we call continuity. But no, you count your days from the date of the green card as long as you didn't leave the country for more than 6 months in one row. Hello?
Okay, I get it. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, so you have a background noise, so yeah, but I will have to let you go. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Okay. I'll have to let you go. Give me a call at the office. We can talk 510-742-5887 because there's a huge background noise and it's kind of affecting the show. So I'm so sorry for that. Let me take another caller if there's any. Franco, this is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah. Thanks for answering my call.
You're welcome, sir. What can I do for you?
Shah, I'm on 4th year of my H1B visa. I recently visited India during the summer, and I had my new visa stamping, which is valid until September 3rd, 2020. But when I entered port of entry, I haven't been asked any questions by the immigration visa officer, and we just stamped something on it, and we wrote something. When I came out, I found it as September 30th, 2020 instead of September 3rd, 2020. I thought it's a written mistake. When I came back to home and when I checked I-94, online I-94 says June 3rd, 2020. So online I-90 is just falling behind 3 months than what has been the visa is issued. So still I have 3 years time from now. So I might travel to India in these 3 years. There is a lot of chance that I might, and when I come back, I will again get, I think, properly until September 3rd, 2020. So do I need to really worry about these 3 months and contact CBP office or deferred inspection office and get it corrected? Or
yes,
can I...
Yes, it's happening. Yeah, it's happening for a lot of people right now. I don't know if they're stressed or they're new people. They're putting one stamp by mistake, and actually the one that counts is what is online. So I recommend that you print that. But at the same time, I will recommend that you go to the CBP office and make sure that they adjust that so that you don't have any problem when you travel next time. So go ahead and do that, and if there's any problem, give me a call at the office, and we'll see what we can do. But technically, it's happening to. It's just. I think it's the third person I hear that. I had 2 people calling me for consultation and that. So it is happening probably because they are stressed or they are new people working at the CBP office. Okay.
Okay, but I have still 3 years, right? Can I leave it, and can I, when I enter back, it will be automatically recorrected, right? When I go out and enter back?
No, because the stamp that they put on your passport says September 30th, and you have an I-94 online, which is conflicting, right? So what this will do, it will create a problem. It might create a problem down the road. So I recommend you fix that before you travel. If they tell you it's fine, and then they will correct it because this is an obvious mistake. So I will recommend, unless you're going to travel before that date of September 30th or whatever, I will recommend that you correct it. Okay?
Okay. I actually traveled before June 3rd, 2020, which is like 3 years. That's the lowest that I had right now.
Okay. What did they put? What did they put on the stamp? 2018, 2017?
No, 2020. Everything is 2020. But it's like
then this is not a problem. I thought you had a stamp for September 2017. That's why I was saying that. No, then it's not a big issue. You should be fine.
I have until 2020, so everything is until 2020, but it's like days difference.
Then there's no mistake. But you have to go with what is online. So make sure you travel in between. Just to be on the safe side, travel before the lower date not to avoid any kind of confusion down the road. Okay?
Okay. So I just don't want to get into a hassle of correcting it. Anyhow, it will get overridden when I travel, right? So that's what is.
It will get corrected when you travel. So you don't have to do it again. Okay? You don't have to go to the CBP. I got confused. I'm sorry for that. I thought it was 2017 you were telling me. Okay, no problem. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air. Hello? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I have more callers. Oh, well, Franco just told me the callers are dropping, so I'm so sorry for that. And just to let you know, this is Attorney Shah Peerally, and we are live today on KLOK Studio with Franco with me, and anything I'm telling you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. The other thing that I wanted to mention, of course, is our other area of law which we help people on is debt settlement. What we are talking about here is that if you have some credit debts, if you have a second mortgage debt, lawsuit debts, we can negotiate those debts. We are not getting into litigation here. It's more like pre-litigation, although we can still do that during a litigation and even after litigation, where we can negotiate for you and drop the price, almost like discount the price that you owe to a lower value and get you a better deal. And we have done a lot of those. You can check the blog yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, where you will get some of examples. I have not updated it for a while, but still you will get examples of the kind of cases we handle. And you can call us at the office at 510-742-5887. Last week, actually, I was explaining the difference between debt settlement and debt consolidation, so I'm going to finish that. A lot of people, I don't know, we don't see that much now because government has been cracking down on them. You will see a bunch of companies calling themselves debt relief companies, or companies that are basically late at night. You'll see them on TV a lot, where they will be trying to sell a debt consolidation or some kind of things that are not really good. In fact, many of them have been charged of fraud. So this is not what we are doing here. What we are doing here is lawyers' work. So usually when you owe on a debt, a collection agency or another lawyer will try to collect it. So in what we do, we negotiate with those people for you on your behalf and get a reduction of the price. For example, you might owe $10,000 on a credit card. We might reduce it to $2,000 sometimes, not everything. But you might owe a second mortgage for $100,000. We might be able to reduce it to maybe $50,000 or less than that. So we can get rid of those debts, and it's a one-time deal. Once you get rid of it, you don't owe any more on it. We're not talking about your credit score here. We are talking only about the debt and settling the debt. And more you keep the debt, you don't pay them, their credit score goes down. But if you settle it and you rebuild it, you will do better. So this is a way to avoid bankruptcy, because many people don't have a bankruptcy ability to do a bankruptcy because they don't qualify for it, or other people just don't want to touch a bankruptcy. And this is where we come in. Check the website yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, or just type attorneyonair.com. There will be a link on the bottom. You can go and check a little bit the kind of cases we have done. We have done a lot of cases where people have hardship. For example, they lost their job. For example, they have some kind of sickness and they cannot pay their credit cards. And this is where we can negotiate for you better and make a deal for you. And this applies to everybody, people on H1B, people on citizens, green card holders, you name it, we can negotiate for you. So please give us a call, 510-742-5887. And the way it works for us, we don't charge anything in advance to do those cases. So until we get a deal, you don't have to pay us when it comes to debt settlement. So don't confuse the two, okay? So immigration is a different ballgame. Those are paid on a flat fee, but for debt settlement, it's usually paid through what we call a contingency basis. So now I don't know if I have more callers, Franco, but I'm going to go a little bit on continue on the topics of the kind of cases we are dealing with. And we are getting a lot of inquiries, of course, for people who are worried about simple cases where we used to tell people, okay, just go ahead, go on your own, we should not have any problem. Now things are getting tough because a small mistake can really cost you. So please, it's good to have a second opinion at least. We get a lot of consultations, especially from people working for big companies, where their company lawyer will not be willing to answer their questions, or they don't feel comfortable asking those questions. And this is where we can come in. I get calls over all the 50 states, including people abroad from India, Saudi Arabia, the Emirates, Dubai, you name it, pretty much all over the world, France, because I speak French too. So these are the where we can give you. This is where we can give you a second opinion, how you can deal with your case, because many times if you take a wrong route, it's very hard to fix it at a later stage. So we can come in and kind of try to make things kind of guide you on the path and let you work with your case. For example, we have a lot of people who are contacting us now from South America and from Europe, where they are qualified as EB1, and we know they do, and also O1 visa, etc. And we have been doing a lot of those cases, and we still get them approved. Let me take one more caller, Franco, and then we'll see. This is Shah Peerally. You'll have any?
Yeah, hi, Shah. This is Subhan Ali. I tried to reach you earlier again. And
yes,
this is regarding my friend. He was trying to reach you. And I'll tell you his situation. He is on L1, and he has been asked to go back to India in a month or two. So the thing is, I heard you talking earlier that you have also done L1s for people. So how does that work in his situation? What can he do?
What you mean that he has to go back on L1?
His company is asking him to complete the project here and go back to India and work from there.
Okay, well, unfortunately, if the company is not supporting him, unless he moves to an H1 or something, L1 is not transferable to another company. So what I would recommend, if you could ask him to give me a call at the office, we can do an evaluation of his other options, because it's very hard for me to tell you what are his options, because he doesn't have much of a choice. If they ask him to leave, unless he can move to, for example, an H1B visa, or move to a student visa, or he's eligible for a U visa or something like that, I have to analyze it. Then he will be able to stay. Otherwise, he will be stuck, because L1 is a locking visa. I call it the locking visa for L, because it locks you with that company. That's what I call it. But there are ways out. So until I talk to him personally and do a full analysis, it's very hard. But there might be options like H1, F1, or even sometimes people don't know they are victims of crime. We can do a U visa. So just tell him to give me a call and we can do a consultation. Okay? 510
And the other option I had suggested was his wife is also working here. So if he travels back to India, the L1 will still be active, right? And his wife can still work here, and then he can figure out a way to come back later on.
Yes, if they maintain the L1, but there's a big chance if they're sending him back, they will cancel the L1. So then the L2 will go with it, unless she can move on her own visa. So that's why it's unfair. Or try to negotiate with the company and see if they can do something for him. And then that's why I like I said, until I kind of see all the options, there might be options, but unfortunately, if you want to rely on the L1, there are not many options. Okay?
Got it. Thank you so much, sir, for taking my call again. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem, my friend. Ask your friend to call us 510-742-5887. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I can take more callers now, but I wanted to recap what I was speaking today. Number one, we have the situation of the H1B packages that were not selected coming back now for people. Number two, there is a plan to reduce legal immigration by the Trump administration. Hopefully that will not become concrete, but We need to be ready for that. And number 3, for those people traveling, travel alert. Be careful when you're traveling, especially if you're going for stamping. Make sure you have all your paperwork done properly. So having said that, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sign off and tell you thank you very much for listening. We had a lot of people calling and basically kind of supporting us, and I really appreciate that, because that's what keeps us going on for those shows. And last week I forgot to mention that was our 7th anniversary of the show, and I've been so busy I didn't have a chance to mention it. But we are going strong, and we are very happy. And if you need help on any case, just give us a call, 510-742-5887. And anything I'm telling you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any question. Thank you, Franco, and I think Amit is there. Amit, are you there?
Hey, Shah, yes, I'm here.
Hi, Amit. So I'll let you take over. I think you have 8 minutes to 9 minutes to go. Thank you so much, and we'll be back next week, same time. Bye-bye. Take care.
Yeah,
Bye.
Thank you.